Welcome to the Trilojee Earnings Program. This program is designed to help you create the vision and business foundation you'll need to build a successful business. The goal of this video is to help you understand the experience you'll have and how you can benefit from working with the Trilojee Earnings Program. When we are finished, you will understand how we can help you clarify the current potential for your business, and most importantly, how you can increase earnings. The earnings program is divided in two different operational focuses: the input sections and the report sections. The report sections are organized into three different activity focuses: numbers analysis, interactive exercises, and business coaching. We will demonstrate the earnings program experience by telling the story through the eyes of a person who has recently started a new business. Andy recently launched an organic coffee shop and has decided to purchase the Trilojee Earnings Program to test the income potential of his business and discover how he can start earning more. Watch now as we follow Andy through the discovery, documentation, and planning process. The purpose of the input sections is for you to provide data about your current business model or business idea. The information will be based on your assumptions and the real-world data that you may or may not have about your business. After this data is collected, it will produce results to give you a clear understanding on the current potential of your business and solutions on how you can earn the most from your efforts. As your business evolves, you can go back at any time to modify your input and get updated results on your current outlook and learn about new strategies. Let's get started by creating a plan. The first step will be to clarify your ideas about your business. What will you name your business? What is your vision for your business? What role are you most suited to play in support of your business? Additionally, there are important facts and figures that you'll want to take into account. You can collect that information and document it in the You and Your Business section. Andy goes to the You and Your Business section and begins to fill in the answers to the questions. He's still developing a vision for his business, and he will want to come back later and fine-tune it some more, so for now he'll jot his ideas down in a note so he doesn't forget them. If he isn't certain how to answer some of the questions, the Help Center offers both written and video instructions for guidance. When Andy has filled in the required input for this section, he will be able to review and edit all of his information on the section summary page. This page makes it easier to come back later to review or update his plan. After he has filled in all of the questions to the best of his ability, Andy will be ready to move on to the Your Products and Services section. Having created the plan and documented your ideas for your business, the next step is to clarify your ideas for the products and services your business will offer. What products and services will you offer? Which ones will be the most important to you and your business? How will they be sold? The products and services you offer will play an important role in the success of your business. You will make those decisions and document them in the Your Products and Services section. Andy goes to the Your Products and Services section and gives some thought to what he wants to offer. He loves the idea of offering different and exotic coffees and teas, but is curious if the bakery product line is what will bring the most reliable revenue and profit into the business. After he has filled in all of the questions to the best of his ability, referring to the resources in the Help Center whenever he needs to, Andy reviews his choices in the section summary. He makes any changes that seem appropriate jots down any ideas that he might have in the Add Note tool, and then moves on through the rest of the input sections. In the Sales Forecast section, Andy sets sales goals for himself. A business forecast is the amount of products or services that you think you can sell at a given price in a specified time period, for example, weekly, monthly, or yearly. It's normally based on sales history and trends, but for a new business, it'll be an educated guess based on market research. Andy knows that he can come back and modify his figures based on the actual sales his business realizes over time, so he's not worried about making an educated guess. For now, he considers our Help Center guidelines and tries to be as realistic as possible. In the Planning Your Time section, Andy decides how he wants to allocate his time. First, how much time is he willing to devote to his business? And second, how much of that time does he plan to spend on administrative duties? The time that he has left is what he will be available to spend developing his product or performing his service. The Your Cost and Expenses section is where Andy can really get a clear understanding of the costs associated with producing his product and running his business. The cost exercises tell Andy if his selling price will produce the gross profit he needs on each of his products and services. Andy's business expenses, living expenses, startup costs, and depreciation for equipment all have an impact on the profitability of his business, and he wants to take them into consideration. The checkpoints section will help Andy make sure he didn't make any mistakes. The program will highlight anything that looks out of the ordinary, and Andy will have the option to either make corrections or validate his data. Now that he has updated his input and validated that it's correct, Andy is ready to move on to the Reports section to see how and where he can strengthen his current business model. That completes the input sections. Next, we'll move to the Reports section, where the data you provided about your current business model or business idea is turned into guidance and coaching. The entire Trilojee program is designed to help small business owners like Andy easily understand how the results flow from the inputs so they can then make revenue-producing decisions based on what they learned. The Reports section is divided into 3 parts: numbers analysis, interactive exercises, and business coaching. Watch now as Andy moves through the reports that will help him boost his earnings potential. In the analysis portion of the reports section, Andy starts by visiting the Help Center for instructions on how to read the reports and then brushing up on the definitions for the business terms he'll be seeing. When he's ready, he'll review the reports and see how healthy his overall business currently looks. The Company Performance Report gives you an interactive and graphical display of the current outlook of your overall business and products. We use the phrase current outlook because a business is always evolving and an owner should always be adapting to new ideas and strategies based on their sales and expense history. When he's ready, Andy will then begin to review his reports to gain a clear understanding on the current health of his business model and start to learn what positive changes he should consider to impact his future earnings. At the bottom of this page, Andy sees that he has a message from the earnings program directing his attention to priorities that have been identified based on the information he has provided. He knows he will find out more about that when he gets to the business priorities in the coaching session, so for now he moves on to the next report. Unlike the company performance report, the product performance report gives you an interactive and graphical display of how your individual products are projected to perform and evolve year over year. This will help clarify the short and long-term goals for your products and help you make smarter decisions in building a more profitable business. Andy sees that the product's performance report will give him a look at how his products compare to each other for sales and gross profit. He uses the Generate PDF Report button to export both the sales report and the gross profit report. He can then share this document with a partner or teammate. By now, Andy has become comfortable with reading and interpreting the results on the graphical reports, so he turns to the traditional numbered report next. The traditional numbered report displays all of his company and product results in one place and highlights the areas that should be worked on and addressed, all in a downloadable PDF that he can share with his team, partners, and investors. In the analysis portion of the report section, we saw how healthy our current business model looks based on the data we collected in the input sections. Next, we'll move to the interactive portion of the reports menu to see how we can strengthen our business model and impact earnings. The interactive workshops will allow you to create and test different scenarios to see what kind of an impact a realistic modification can have on your business before you make a permanent change to your plan. Andy uses the What If Company workshop to test what kind of realistic changes he can make to his business costs and sell price. After his changes are made, Andy can see what impact those changes would have on his pre-tax profits. After Andy has made these changes, he can then view what kind of an impact they had on his earnings by hovering over the forecasted and what if columns on the chart, or by viewing his numbered results below. After Andy reviews his results, he can proceed to the How Many product workshop before he decides to make any of the changes permanent. The How Many workshop is designed to help you to first understand how attainable your sales projections are, and second, test how you can reach those goals more easily. Andy can see in the first section how much he'll need to generate in gross earnings to cover his expenses and salary. He can view this for up to 5 years. In the next section, Andy can see what quantity he'll need to sell to break even and start earning a profit. You can see that Andy has forecasted to sell 300 cups of coffee per week for the first year, but he actually needs to sell approximately 350 cups a week just to cover all of his business expenses and salary. Andy doesn't feel the amounts he needs to sell is realistic, so he visits the help center to find out what his options are. He learns that there are 2 different options that can help him. First, Andy can try to lower his business expenses and/or salary to make his break-even more attainable. Any reduction here will lower the amount he needs to sell. If he is able to reduce his salary, Andy only needs to sell 300 cups to break even. The other option Andy can use to make his goals more attainable is to adjust his product cost and/or sell price on any individual product. As you can see, Andy currently needs to sell approximately 106 bakery goods per week to break even, but he only had forecast to sell 100. He can reduce the number of baked goods he'll likely need to sell each week down to 96 by adjusting his sell price up to $4.25. Andy can save his info and decide later what permanent changes he wants to make to his plan. For now, Andy will proceed to the final section, the coaching sessions. Welcome to the coaching portion of the reports section. As you move through the earnings program, you collected data on your business model into the input section before moving to the report section. In the analysis portion of the report section, you saw how healthy your current business model looked. In the interactive portion of the reports section, you saw how to strengthen that business model. Now in the Your Coaching Sections area, you will see the other tools and features our program provides to complete the Trilojee business philosophy. The guidance and lessons in the Business Essentials report are broken down into our Trilojee mindset of money, marketing, and best team. Let's suppose Andy wanted to learn more about what strategies he can implement to increase his earnings. In the money area, Andy will learn about the financials essentials that all successful businesses apply to their model. Or, Andy can learn more about strategies to increase his sales. In the marketing area, he can review marketing strategies and see examples that show how he can best apply them to his business. After Andy has a better idea of marketing strategies, he can then learn more about building the right team to implement his plan. In the best team area, he will learn about the skills or people he will need, the important functions they will perform, and how they will help him accomplish his new tasks and strategies. The Business Priorities Report is personalized and based on the results of the work you've done so far. The report highlights and prioritizes areas where you may need to make decisions about your company or products. These priorities are specific to Andy's current situation and could change as his business evolves and he makes modifications to his business model. For now, Andy can start to review his priorities and learn what he could do to improve his situation or make his goals more attainable. The Moving Forward report is designed to help you know where to start and how to put your plan in action. As you can see, Andy will be able to choose what entrepreneur level he is currently at and what action steps he should take to get started. As his business evolves, Andy can move on to another level. For now, this is a good place for him to start taking action. Andy feels confident and motivated that he now has a doable plan in place to start earning more. Thanks for watching. We hope that we can help you increase your earnings potential and build a thriving business. The team at Trilojee wishes you smart planning and much success.